for $4.99. Turns out you got your own chart machine right in your pocket. That blows my mind. I love it. And that's just the beginning of a month. Now that doesn't mean I'm backing off of some of the earthquake predictions for the Northwest and for LA. Nope. But I don't think they're going to be super destructive, and I don't necessarily think that the Neptune stuff that we got in Hawaii means tsunamis. I think we might have a little bit of flooding someplace, leftover Neptune mess, and doesn't necessarily mean a gigantic earthquake. No. So I base this on the fact that the new moon sextiled Uranus, and you know, I expect a little shaking, and I expect it'll create some brotherhood. Haha, the other thing about this period is Mars is in sextile to Venus. Yes, Mars is in Capricorn, a very randy sign. Venus, she's in Scorpio. She's feeling sexy. So this is a very romantic, sexy period. It goes through your whole next week. Uranus stations on the 13th. So that's kind of the peak of the shakings. 20 days on either side is the rule. But the peak of it is around the 13th. Let's go through the next week. I got a chart here. There's the sun moving from 9 to 19 Sagittarius. It's going to oppose Jupiter over your weekend. And so it will tend to hold back the rain, and Jupiter, that's Jove, hold back the lightning and the thunder a bit, which is kind of a good thing. Let's check it out day by day. We're going to run the moon around the edge here and see what kind of patterns it makes to the various bodies. And here on Thursday night, the moon was in Gemini, and you're still feeling the Jupiter. Ho, ho, ho. It was a pretty good period as the moon went by Jupiter. Here on Friday morning, the moon shifts into Cancer, and it starts really early at 2, 3, 4 in the morning with a nice trine to Neptune. Oh, music. A nice feeling of love going around, but of a higher nature. Because Friday is a packed day. As you go to Friday afternoon, here is the square to Uranus. And here is some shaking and some jittery stuff and some high wind. Uranus produces the high wind. And Mars is here with Pluto, which means a tendency to become panicky very easily, and of a very aggressive high nature. So here's your bad Friday again. There is a trine to Saturn, and that might hold him back a little bit, you know, around dinner time. And here in the evening, well, Mars is kind of out of hand a little bit. Nobody likes the young Romeo, but Venus does. Here Friday night late, yeah, there's the trine to Venus in Scorpio. So, if you're on a date, young men, okay, you want to stay out late. Even Saturday morning, here we're looking at 2, 3, 4 o'clock a.m. Saturday morning, December 1st, and that trine to Venus is still steady. And there's some pleasure and some sweets around. Saturday's a pretty good day. In the evening, around dinner time here, is a nice trine to Mercury. Kids are all happy. Probably continues right through Sunday till you get to dinner time, and the moon shifts into a fixed Leo, fixed fire. Huh? And here's a nice trine to Uranus. Now this is really Sunday night. And you know, I got so many things I'd like to teach you if you had that pocket astrologer in your iPhone, your smartphone, you know, these things for $4.99. You know, we have a lot of fun around here when we always check the chart when we leave the house. And by golly, if you put Venus on the top of the chart when you leave, you go out, there's nothing but pretty girls out there. Well, that was early Saturday morning for you. Anyway, there's a whole lot of different things you can do with that little gadget. I'm stoked. It's becoming easier for everybody. Monday morning, we got kind of a nasty square to Saturn, and it's in Leo. It's fixed, and Saturn's in Scorpio, so it's a real slow, cold Monday. Too bad. There's a square to Venus. No sweets, no fun. But here in the afternoon, there is a nice trine to the Sun and a sextile to Jupiter. And so there's some good ideas and some truth comes out. You might get something done and some good plans made on Monday night. Tuesday, there's no major angles to anything here on the 4th. But when you get to late Tuesday night, this is like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday morning, here's an opposition to Neptune. You might get a few more bad smells and a few worries about the ocean and the water and stuff. Yeah, it's fading away though. Feel pretty organized here Wednesday in the middle of the day with the trine to, or sextile to Saturn, and a nice trine to Pluto. And so we're decisive and we're organized and it feels good. You know, late Wednesday night, this 10, 11 o'clock, there is a square to Jupiter and we're kind of overdoing it. And so you got to watch what you're, on Thursday morning, here's a square to the Sun on December 6th. And so this period here, Wednesday night through Thursday, we're kind of through middle of the day anyway. We're overdoing it too much. Stop. In fact, look at that. Here's Mars in trine. Here's Venus in sextile. This is not a day to do things. This is a day to be social. Have Romeo and Juliet are in love, and you'll see them all over on Thursday, December 6th. You know, this is a wonderful time for the young folks and for social things and being in love and feeling sexy. Yes. It continues through Thursday into Friday morning. And then here, just before lunch on Friday, December 7th, the moon shifts into Libra, cardinal air sign. And look out, we got the opposition to Uranus. Now here's when people aren't going to like the high wind. They're not going to like the quakes. This is the shaking time here. So we're going to have quakes. You can bet on it. I'm just thinking because the new moon was there, they're not going to be real destructive. Sometimes you get the whirlies, the round things too. The tornadoes come up kind of suddenly. And you know, this is a prime time. We'll talk about place in a little bit. But Fridays, bad Fridays here. Panicky late Friday night after dinner. Look out. Some truth and wisdom comes out early Saturday morning. There is a nice trine to Jupiter and maybe a little humor around, but as you go into Saturday afternoon, there's a square to Mars. We're impatient, we're angry. Ask yourself what you're protecting if you want to get anything done, and you could get some things done here. There is a sextile to the Sun Saturday evening, so once you're over your angry trip, you know, you could make some good plans here. Sunday on December 9th, the moon is still in Libra until you get to the middle of the day. It shifts into Scorpio, the fixed sign. It trines Neptune in the morning. Good day for church, religion, all that stuff. All these privilege. There's good doctors. There's good priests. There's good chemists. You know, I mean, Neptune isn't all bad, but when you see them all shiny and pompous, you know, and privileged, leg out. They're usually after, they're going to have their hand in your pants for one thing or the other. So I don't trust these guys much. Sorry. Sunday, the Saturn thing hits in the evening after dinner. It's kind of late here. It's like 6, 7, 8 o'clock. And the moon goes by Saturn and we feel a little broke and a little cold. A little cold snap. Here's the square to Pluto. Gosh. No fun there. Oh, that's a sextile to Pluto. We got control. All right, wasn't so bad Sunday night. Just a little cold spell. And you're going into the Venus zone. Yeah. Now Venus is over here. So you're going to feel Venus Monday night, the 10th, when the moon goes by Venus. And Mars will be up to 18. Venus is still 23. They're within range. They're both moving kind of fast. Mars going 9 to 18 degrees, Venus going 9 to 23. But they're still operating pretty well. And I think you could have an enjoyable Monday here with the moon in her middle of Scorpio. So, shakings, huh? Shakings. Where might these shakings be? Let's do a little Earth horoscope, huh? By the way, that full moon you had Wednesday morning, it was an eclipse, and it's right on the USA government chart. A major identity thing going on in the US. We're not quite sure why. I'm hesitant to link that up with the earthquake stuff. You know, just like I'm hesitant to link up the Neptune in Hawaii over the earthquakes on the West Coast. And here's your new moon, December 12th. Now remember, Uranus goes direct on the 13th, huh? Yeah, here's the full moon on the 28th. There's the sun is the white line. The moon is the dark line. The moon's in opposition. And you can see it hits the California coast just above LA. Okay, here's the chart that perhaps is most important. The new moon. Now this new moon is at 21 Sagittarius, which opposes the USA Mars and squares its Neptune. And it could put the USA government in a war mood for some reason. But here in Hawaii, what we got is Neptune on the descendant running through there. Boy, I don't like that at all. And here we got the south node on the midheaven. We need help. So this is a kind of a foreboding chart here in terms of Hawaii. I can't say I like this much. And it's over on, you can see that the Neptune line here is over on the east side of the islands, and kind of focuses over here. What's this? Here's Uranus. Here's the bad guy. It's on the descendant here, and look at where it's going, right up through there. Yeah. Hence my concern about LA area quakes. And there's going to be some shakings, no denying it. Question is, how big? Now, the dotted line here is Pluto on the IC. Destruction of homes, concerns for the safety of your home, alarms in the home. Now, this is Uranus on the descendant. We could maybe we can get by here with scaring everybody so they're fearful. We get a bunch of little quakes, and everybody will go on alert, and they'll be scared of Uranus, huh? So that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Of course, this thing has a little time to run, and there's another big hit at the end of December that I'll be showing you next week. I wonder what Ben would have said if we could tell him, hey, you got a little tiny telephone in your pocket called a smartphone, and all you got to do is touch a button, and it immediately calculates an accurate astrology chart for your location. No matter where you are and what time zone, your phone knows. It's called a smartphone. Huh. I bet you Ben wouldn't leave his house until Venus was on the descendant or on the midheaven. Well, by now some of these shows should be on YouTube. But here's the other opposite. This is 4 shows. frac.com/astro.